Hello, friends, and welcome to your weekly meditation. This is CJoy Yoga. I'm Crystal Joy Johnson. I think most of y'all know that by now, but hey, just in case we have any new friends. So go ahead and find yourself in an upright posture with that elongated spine. And I'll throw out there that the elongated spine is the most important piece for me, posture-wise, right? You want that main energy channel wide open. And then the other thing is you want to be in a position where you can be alert yet calm. And we'll work with that as we move through our meditation, of course. If you're like, I'm not calm at all, we'll work with that. But the alert part, I want to bring you to that. If lying down is where you can show up and meet me and do it, do it. But try to be in a place. If you can't stay awake, you might sit up. You might stand up if sitting's not comfortable. Find that elongated spine and a position where you can be alert. Whatever points of contact you have with the floor, notice that. I will say we are going to work with the solar plexus area today. So one of the things I like about an upright posture is we get that vertical line, right, from the energy of the earth coming up through our tailbone and up all the way through our spine and out the crown of the head. And we also get that cosmic energy above us, right? And that ether energy that comes down through the crown of the head, all the way down through the spine, through the tailbone, and down through to the floor. So it's this open channel where we can vertically receive and have that connection with both the earth and the sky above. So let's play with that on the breath. When you inhale, we're going to inhale and imagine that energy, that vital force coming down through the crown of the head, all the way down to the ground. And when you exhale, bringing that energy from the earth all the way up through the spine and through the crown of the head. Inhale, that energy coming down through the crown of the head, all the way down the spine, through the tailbone, down into the earth. And with your exhale, reverse that. Bring the energy up from the earth, all the way up through the spine and out through the crown of the head. And take just a couple or a few more breaths with the awareness in that vertical field, I'm going to call it. And in yoga, we talk about the chakras, right? English translation would be wheel, like a spinning wheel of energy, or some people call it and refer to it as a vortex. There are 7 main ones. There are many, 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 but there are 7 main ones that we work with. Today, we're going to go to the 3rd. So take your hands and put them, or at least one, on your belly, and have the pinky finger about where the navel is so that the hand is just a little bit higher on the belly, if that makes sense, just above the navel. And as you place your hands on there, just get a felt sense of that area. The easiest place for most of us, or I should say the most accessible place for most of us, is the skin. Yeah? We have a lot of neurons that fire to our skin already. So notice any energy around the hands as they connect with the skin. Keep those shoulders as soft as you can. And if it takes a moment of putting the hands up there and the hands want to release back down, that's okay too. Just have had the hands there for the impression, the imprint. And then moving from the skin, go a little deeper. Can you? Is that available? And some of us, the answer is no. We don't have neurons that have ever tried to fire to our digestive system and our organs in there, right? So they might not sense it unless there's a growling or something. But you probably know the basic idea that you have digestive organs. Right? The diaphragm is just probably about where your thumb or index fingers are. You've got a diaphragm right there. And then in that space, just in front of the spine, I want you to imagine that you have a sphere, like a little sun inside your body. And speaking of sun, this sphere is that golden yellow color. That's the color of the solar plexus chakra energy center. I like to imagine that my sphere, my sun, is spinning. And it's this, again, wheel of energy, this spinning wheel of energy. So again, just in front of our spine, there is a sphere, golden yellow in color. It does not have to be spinning if that's not right for you, but you might imagine that it's spinning. It has this energy. And once that visual is in your beautiful mind, go ahead and bring the hands down, palms up if that's available, in the more open receiving position. But try to keep that felt sense that you had in that area of the solar plexus. The Sanskrit name is Manipura. Chakra translates as energy center, and Manipura translates as lustrous gem. We see a lot, and the other translation is a city of jewels. And that translates to you, right? Your power, your strength of will, your identity, your individual identity. The element associated with this area is fire. And I love that for two reasons. One, right, we have our digestion that happens here, and we need digestive fire in order to digest our food, to integrate it, to absorb what we need, nutrition, vitamins, minerals, etc. And then we also eliminate that which is not needed. And this is the center that governs that. But it's also the center that governs all of those impulses, instincts, desires, those different experiences that we have both internally and externally. And it helps us digest that as well. Same kind of digestive fire in order to digest that, integrate, get the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, right, to go with that analogy, to nourish us and to eliminate that which is not helpful, necessary. Right? Still visualizing that sphere that's spinning, potentially that spinning sphere, that golden yellow sun, right? Your own little fire inside your belly. And then I want you to imagine that that fire starts to grow. That's not going to get out of control. That is one of the blocking fears of this area, is asserting oneself and taking your full power, thinking that there isn't a container for it. Maybe you're too powerful, etc. So, we're just going to feed a little bit of oxygen to this flame, this fire that's in our abdomen, so that it just starts to grow throughout our body, right? So I want you to imagine that that beautiful golden yellow Rather than having it be the sphere, I now switch to light. It moves from the sphere, this light, this energy, and it starts to move out from that Dantian, solar plexus, Manipura area, our belly, and it starts to move down to the hips, legs, the feet, the toes. It starts to move up into our chest and our abdomen, our shoulders, right, all the way through our arms, hands, and fingers, up through the neck, the face, and that beautiful golden yellow light starts to fill every single tissue, bone, muscle, ligament, fiber, cell, neuron, right? Let that fill your entirety. And as that fills you up, now I want you to imagine that it starts to move outside of your body. And you're going to make your own container. What a powerful thing to do, right? Instead of expecting someone to make one for you, what if we start making our own container? And that container is going to go out to about the end of your electromagnetic field. What? That's about an arm's distance, in front, behind, the sides, above, below you. And I come from the world of sci-fi and fantasy, so I like to think of this as my force field. I've heard it referred to as a bubble. I've heard it referred to as a crystal, right? Whatever works for you visually. You have this container that you've built around you, this golden yellow, beautiful container stemming from your solar plexus, from your belly. That beautiful sphere spinning in your belly is quite powerful. And the thing I love about this force field, or whatever you're calling it, whatever you're working with, is that when we take a moment and let this come up around us, I think it's a really good reminder that there's energy all around us, everywhere we go, and that we don't have to take other people's, other beings' energy in. We have a choice. It's very hard for some of us. It's exceptionally hard for me, the little empath with the lack of boundaries my whole life. But this meditation helps me tremendously when I'm going into a situation where I'm going to encounter a ton of people or someone that I know I struggle with, or any of those things. I build my force field around my body and just remind myself before any interaction, right, that I don't have to take that person's energy in. I can choose to, but I do not have to. So sit in that with that beautiful open chest, right? We've got that strong back. We've got an open front, or a soft front, and that beautiful wild heart. It's not a heart chakra meditation, but let's not forget that beautiful green heart, right? That green heart can be open when we have a strong sense of our own individual identity, that sense of will, that sense of strength and power. I struggle so much with that word. So I like to use the word empowered. When I am empowered, when I am embodied, when I build my own container and I can safely be in that container. So just feel the energy. First, let's start back in the solar plexus. You can leave your hands on your lap this time, but bring the energy, or the awareness, sorry, back to that area and see if anything has shifted energetically. You can start at the skin, but maybe now you're starting to sense more energy, either maybe inside the body, or even maybe you're just starting to notice a tingling or pulsing. Maybe there's heat. We are working with fire, for goodness sake, right? So just notice that energy in and around your body. And then you have the option, if you want to leave that force field out for a little bit, or or walk away with it from this meditation, you can leave it out right now. And if you feel like you want to start to really gently pull it in, pull it back into that sphere, that spinning wheel, that chakra in your solar plexus, just in front of your spine. Knowing that within a split second, you can that back out anytime you need it. It's always there. And for those of us, a little reminder that healthy boundaries help not only ourselves, but those around us. Yeah, we need to draw our own boundaries because other people aren't going to draw them for us. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Inhale. Exhale, bowing your head in, taking just a moment of gratitude. Maybe I'll remember that we are beautiful just as we are, that we are enough just as we are, all of our imperfections and everything. Namaste, friends. May you be well, and may all beings everywhere be well.